Rhea Ripley just fired back at Trix, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, because Rhea Ripley is on the minds of a lot of fans as we approach WrestleMania 40, where she is slated to defend the Women's World title against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, in which won the Elimination Chamber match to earn said championship opportunity. Now, when it comes to Rhea Ripley, she is a lot like a lot of people. She's pretty relatable if you think about it. Go back. So she was in NXT UK. She was this promising figure. Everyone had their eye on. Everyone had her pegged as the next big thing. Coming off of the Mae Young Classic, right? And she fit the WWE mold actually quite well, if you think about it. She fit it quite well, but too well in the eyes of one person. And who was that one person, you ask? Rhea Ripley. Yes, Rhea Ripley, who was a typical bodybuilder blonde, decided that she was not going to be the next Charlotte Flair. She was going to be the first Rhea Ripley. And so she changed up her look completely. Went to a more dark, goth look. Cut her hair, changed her look, all black. She made her arrival in NXT UK. She was a force to be reckoned with. She goes to the NXT, and guess what? She gets over even more. And how is she rewarded? She's given a WrestleMania 37 match. A WrestleMania 36 match with Charlotte Flair, the person in which she tried to avoid being. And she got beat in an empty warehouse. Yep, that's what happened to Rhea Ripley. And so she goes back on the main roster. She kind of flounders for a while, and then she's picked up by Judgment Day. And her career has taken off. She is a top star in the WWE women's division. She is a top star in the company. She is positioned the way that she should. She wins the Royal Rumble match in 2023. She defeats Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39 to become the then SmackDown Women's Champion, now Women's World Champion. And she has carried Monday Night Raw in its women's division ever since. And now, as we approach, she's come under fire as of late. Have you seen it? I've seen it. It's all over social. What is it? Well, as of late, over the last few weeks, Rhea has been doing the sting face in her matches with Nia Jax at house shows. And this has not gone over well with many people, including Becky Lynch, ironically. Now, whether or not you think this is Becky's actual opinion, or whether you just think it's part of the build to their match, she's been critical of Rhea Ripley. A lot of people have been critical of Rhea Ripley. Why is that? Well, number one, putting your butt in someone's face while scrunching up your ring attire so you make sure your butt cheeks are well exposed is not PG. That's number one. Whether you like it or not, it's part of the discussion. Number two, and what Becky Lynch has a problem with, outside of the children being there at the live events, is WWE has pushed the women to a certain point in which those women have tried to be at for years. And Becky Lynch was one of those at the Performance Center in NXT, with your Charlotte Flairs and your Sarayas and your Baileys and your Becky Lynches. Well, obviously herself, of course. Mercedes Moné and others. AJ Lee, right? Emma's, where they had seen where women's wrestling had come from, and she didn't like it. So Rhea Ripley, while on the MMA Hour, she addressed said criticism. I never said that I had to post a picture of my butt to get attention. I just said that I can post a photo and the freaks will eat it up. Doesn't matter what kind of photo. It could be a gym photo, an inspirational photo, which is pretty much honestly what I post. in regards to why she felt like she should post such a photo of her butt cheeks being exposed to Nia Jax's face on social media. She then talked about how whatever she does and whatever outfit that she wears, someone will take it the wrong way. So she is essentially taking control of the look, right? I can agree with that. I can understand that. Rhea Ripley is a grown woman, and she can do whatever she wants with her body. As long as it's legal and consensual, go for it. And clearly, WWE management doesn't have a problem with it. So if management doesn't have a problem with it, and Rhea doesn't have a problem with it, and the person that is taking the stink face, in this case, Nia Jax, doesn't have a problem with it, I don't see a problem with it. Is it the greatest of look, regardless whether you're a man or a female? No. It wasn't a good look when Rikishi did it. But it got him over. And that's what most people remember Rikishi for. It was a different time. It was a different era. But, in a world in which we live where everyone should want equality, where everyone should want women to be equal to men, in the workplace, if Rikishi can do it, then why cannot Rhea Ripley do it? Why? You have to know, going to a WWE event, you're not going to the circus. The years, the days of where WWE was like Disney in person, they put Disney on ice to shame with their programming under Vince McMahon. Those days are gone. Now, it's nowhere near the Attitude Era. Nor do I think it will go back to the Attitude Era, where there's blood and there's guts and there's just way over the top cursing and the way the women were treated. We're not going back to that, but they definitely have an edge. They're not on the same edge as an AEW where they bleed and everything like that and they cuss much more, but like WWE under Triple H, we're starting to see it. They're starting to push the envelope just a little bit more. And so you better get used to it, because it ain't going to slow down, especially with WWE going to Netflix in 2025. Now, they will stay PG, but like, you best believe they're going to push that envelope. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think of Rhea Ripley's comments, and I will see y'all in the next video.